Hello, I'm Father Joe Gambala, pastor of St. Malachi Catholic Church in Sterling Heights, Michigan, Archdiocese of Detroit. Welcome to Saint of the Day. Today's saint is Saint Photina. Now, let's go to the Gospel of St. John, chapter 4. When Jesus heard that the Pharisees had found out that he was making and baptizing more disciples than John, although in fact it was his disciples who were baptizing, not Jesus himself, he left Judea and went back to Galilee, and this meant he had to cross Samaria. And on the way he came to a Samaritan town called Sychar, near the land that Jacob had gave to his son Joseph. And Joseph's well is there. And Jesus, tired by the journey, sat down by the well. It was about the 6th hour, which would have been about noon, when the Samaritan woman came to draw water. And Jesus said to her, "Give me a drink." And his disciples had gone into town to buy food. And the Samaritan woman said to him, "What? You are a Jew and you ask me, a Samaritan, for a drink?" The Jews, in fact, do not associate with Samaritans. And Jesus replied, "If you only knew what God is offering and who it is who is saying this to you, 'Give me a drink,' you would have been the one to ask, and he would have given you living water." "You have no bucket," she answered, "and the well is deep. How could I get you this living water? Are you greater man than our father Jacob, who gave us this well and drank from it himself with his sons and his cattle?" Jesus replied, "Whoever drinks this water will get thirsty again, but whoever drinks the water that I give will never be thirsty again. The water that I shall give will turn into a spring inside him, welling up to eternal life." "Sir," the woman said, "give me some of that water so I may never be thirsty and never have to come again to draw water." "Go and call your husband," Jesus said to her, "and come back here." The woman answered, "I have no husband." And Jesus said to her, "You are right, you have no husband. For although you have had 5, the one you with are now is not your husband. You spoke the truth." So the woman said, "I see you are a prophet, sir. Our fathers worshipped on this mountain, while you say Jerusalem is the place where the one ought to worship." And Jesus says, "Believe me, woman, the hour is coming when you will worship the Father neither on this mountain nor in Jerusalem. You worship what you do not know. We worship what we know. For salvation comes from the Jews. But the hour will come, and in fact is here, when true worshipers will worship the Father in spirit and in truth. That is the kind of worshiper the Father wants." Gospel of the Lord. That Samaritan woman's name is today's saint, Saint Photina. Now, we have a very good evangelization director here, the name of Mr. Gordon Peck. And Gordon Peck told me something that I did not know. He said that back in the time of Jesus, when it came time to draw the water, the women, and it was considered woman's work, would come out as a group. And they would come out in the morning when it was cool, and they would help each other pull up the buckets, for the water was heavy, and these buckets were large from this very deep well. That Photina, because she was living in a relationship which was frowned upon by the people in the town, she was not married to the man she was with, the lady shunned her and would not let her come in the morning when it was cool. So if Photina wanted water, she had to go out midday in the hot sun and pull up the water all by herself. But this encounter with Jesus changed her life. And she became a follower of Jesus. She became a Christian. In fact, her telling the Samaritans about Jesus laid the groundwork for St. Philip the Evangelist, who brought the faith again to Samaria and had great success. Photina ends up leaving Samaria and traveling to what's now the city of Carthage in Africa, where eventually she was martyred for the faith. Saint Photina, the woman at the well.